in the league today. This should be a good one. Rookie Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on second-year...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL on this fine afternoon brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Arizona Cardinals. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Baltimore Ravens.
At their own 26-yard line.
First down, Murray. Finds his rookie first-rounder. It's Noah Fant. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M, then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run with Drake. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. 3rd and 2, and here's Murray. Completes it to Samuel. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
It's our time. Hey, look, 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now.
Murray now on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
After the sack on first down, Murray. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Kyler Murray, a 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign at Oklahoma. He's got the first down. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
He'll try and run it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing again on second down. Murray being chased out left. Mike Gesicki there to make the grab. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. From the 40 now on second down. Jackson, and that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. He's at the 30, 20, 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A big effort that time out of Ingram. 44 yards on the ground. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career. Yes, indeed, that play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Jackson. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Rashawn Gary brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Well, you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal, so, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. This is the tight end Fant. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This is caught. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. Pressure now, he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Tyus Bowser drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. Even though he's a 4th rounder, I think he might have a chance to play and prove that, hey, I could have been taken higher in that draft.
And we've seen so many times now, guys who go lower in the draft, undrafted free agents that become big-time players, Pro Bowl players. So you never know. 4th-round pick has a chance to be a really good player.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago, really it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's go, D.
The quick feet by Jackson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. To try again after the sack, Jackson. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier?
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his first touchdown of the new season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
Run for Pollard. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
10-10 our score after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike is 59. Mike is 1.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let him know.
From the 22, Murray eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, check 24.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Running from the shotgun with Dre. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Murray now on 1st down. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona 1st. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down and a 21-yard gain. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. This is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take the Texas Tech job, but the two maintained a great relationship. Both are from Texas, both quarterbacks, and both with fathers heavily involved in their football careers. But Cliff Kingsbury, he trusts his quarterback implicitly. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. From the gun, Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 15. Escapes the defender. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula? And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Matt Judon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He can run. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football.
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown of the game and fifth on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field, and of course for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now on first down, Drake again. And some room to run now. That one 28 yards on the ground. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On second and inches, Murray. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Murray now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Deebo Samuel, the rookie wideout, his intended receiver. And it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. To throw is Murray. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Murray to air it out again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Keyshawn Johnson. His first NFL reception goes for 6 as his guys are able to regain the lead.
First and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball really increases this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 46. Play action. Now Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Max Crosby in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. I don't think you got it, son. Mike Smith,
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. Buying time to his left.
Oh, come on.
And his throw here's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Kenyon Drake. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he hits Drake. He will not go down.
Have to retape those ankles.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kenyon Drake, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals push further out in front.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson letting one go deep for Roberts. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. He'll run it. Space to maneuver at the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
50 seconds to Mike. Squeeze, double. Check 50, check 50. 22, check, hammer. 22, check, run. 57 to Mike, 57 to Mike.
Murray now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Murray now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Baby, that's baby shot. Check.
1st down, Murray. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Murray again, 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Murray sliding out of the pocket. He's got his tight end Fant. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 20-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Murray.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know
And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals push further out in front. So an electrifying run there as he calls his own number and takes it all the way.
Brings a new dynamic to this offense, doesn't he? And right now I'm picturing the offensive coordinator, the head coach in their minds, drawing up some more running plays for this guy because he brings some excitement to this offense.
And just a young rookie, a lot of electricity yet to come in this career. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, and it's the Seahawks who have the lead as those two teams approach halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. Adam Humphries, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's head to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. See what's happening with the Bengals. And that game is tied as they take on the visiting 49ers. In our game, it was the rookie Kyler Murray showing the flash that made him choose football over baseball. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Godden.
Oh, shit. I'm buying.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
My phone go. Intriguing.
Right now is set to kick off.
Am I in? Weird.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on.
Where's my phone going to? There's my phone. Cool. Clean.
Offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence. Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Cardinals to take over. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well.
57, Mike 57. It's on field.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
They'll run on first down. Ingram. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson, they go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. The dump-off gets them 9, so now they're in much better shape for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Snead's got it. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
Let's go. Let's go.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That penalty is declined.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down.
Offense.
So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. They get the all-pro guard there, Quentin Nelson. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Drake. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray flush to his right. And this one incomplete.
Come on.
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on the other side.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Jackson. Max Crosby able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. It's complete to Snead. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running, it's Drake. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes. On 2nd down now, it's Drake, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Murray now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They run the counter. Walton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards the pickup. Good enough for an Arizona first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Murray now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
On the toss play, this is Drake. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9. At the 9.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
50 seconds to Mike. 50 seconds to Mike.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
To throw is Murray, and he slings one that's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Keyshawn Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals push further out in front. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. This Ravens offense heads back out there, led by Lamar Jackson. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the 1 touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And a scary incompletion.
Get the fuck out of
almost
here.
Picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. Jackson will throw again. Got him in. It's Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not at all. He came off of that guy, the deep guy. He came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Cardinals' 30.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Roberts got it. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. His pass caught at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
At the 4-yard line.
Set, go.
They'll run here with Ingram, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Ravens get a bit closer.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number 1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. Well, that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Arizona.
48 right now. Let's go. You better be afraid of me.
On 1st down, Drake. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. They stay on the ground with Drake. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 3rd and short, Drake. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Now Drake, and he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the 1st. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
1st down, Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Let's go.
That's good for 28 yards.
First down, Cardinals.
Check. Check out.
On 1st down, it's Walton. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Cardinals on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Murray now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Mike Gesicki, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing is Jackson. This will be caught by Brown.
What are you doing?
The ground just shy of midfield.
No, tomorrow's a weekday.
Big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what I really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Yeah, I got kind of caught up
in into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Jackson now. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
I got 7
and
minutes left
they'll
in
get
this
this
game.
down to the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Oh, fuck.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Ingram, he's been busy.
You didn't
today.
like the fire area?
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
H, glad I said put that on.
From the gun.
See that you were the only one to listen to me.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Only motherfucker to listen to me.
Another
the only
incompletion.
motherfucker.
You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there. The
only motherfucker not to go down was you
He's staying
two.
out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like
Well,
this, but he's showing
besides
incredible
me.
leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up.
I told everybody put that
Murphy,
fucking
the
thing
rookie
on.
from Washington. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens, things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique, his ability to see the quarterback.
Didn't you hear me? I'm like, I'm lost. I don't know where to go.
Allows him to make a lot of plays on the football.
You know, I never put that fucking one perk on my Tommy. That fucking dying witch. I never put that on.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I'm like, I'm a fucker around. I put that shit on my fourth perk.
He's still rumbling, isn't
Y'all
he?
fuckers ain't getting me.
Fresh in this one, despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball
So
games.
even, well, that's after you're talking about regeneration
just
right
short
now,
of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That was quite difficult, though.
It's Walton, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Walton. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is
I
pretty
was trying
clear.
to pick up everybody. I was like, maybe I should try to pick them up when we went down that last
the
time.
defense was at 5 straight runs.
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
For some reason, whenever I got shocked, I couldn't fucking pull out my Ragnaroks.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off. But another example right there of just good mobility. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Power switch.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
To the left of the power switch and then behind the power switch. Wow.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, it's Drake. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Tyus Bowser picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks
it's going to be on the left.
In this game is absolutely
it's going to be like on that power switch somewhere.
This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
If it's not there, then there should be a window where the zombies come out on the left side of the power switch if you're looking at the power switch.
On 3rd and goal.
Up against that wall, and then if not, then you look behind the power switch.
Now a handoff for Drake. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but 4th down coming up. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that. Saying,
by the time you find the damn shield piece,
trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And
well, they let me run the clock out, dude.
That if someone does it to them, you won't hear people.
I'm down to 20 seconds left.
That's just who they are.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. Brought in left side by Snead. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Check, 59, 59.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. A short throw caught by Andrews. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, Snead's got it. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Jackson now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete.
Game over.
As time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're